This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 339. What if I don't want to or can't lift heavy? By Nia Shanks of niashanks.com. And I'm Dr. Neil Malik, reading you some of the most popular health and fitness blogs out there, with permission from the websites, of course. I want to remind you, we actually have 5 podcasts where we narrate blogs for you, covering a bunch of different topics. If you want to check all of them out, just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show. Now, the post I'm about to read to you is great because it's a perfect segue to my Q&A show tomorrow. A listener called in with a question that actually relates really nicely to today's post. As a reminder, I'll get to the Q&A tomorrow. That's what I do every Friday. So for now, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. What if I don't want to or can't lift heavy? By Nia Shanks of niashanks.com. What if you don't want to quote-unquote lift heavy, or you can't because of an injury or physical limitation? This is a topic I've thought about discussing for a while, and a recent Facebook exchange between Matt Ryan Brown and my good friend Jen Comas-Keck spurred this idea into fruition. Jen posted an excellent article about fitness bullies that I strongly agree with, and it's a short read worth your time. In response, Matt posted the following remark to Jen. Nobody mentions that, hey, maybe he or she doesn't want to lift heavy. What then? This is a great question, and it's about time I provided a helpful response. A little while back, I posted 30 rules to lift like a girl and look absolutely awesome. And the first rule was to lift heavy. Now, lifting heavy is a relative term that can mean something entirely different to numerous individuals. However, in an effort to eliminate confusion, let's assume that by lifting heavy, we're referring specifically to big barbell exercises like squatting, deadlifting, rowing, and pressing. And to stick with the heavy theme, we'll say this means anywhere between a single rep and 6 reps. Yes, this is up for debate, but I'm using this as an example to keep things consistent. Yes, I encourage women and men to squat and deadlift in some form. They don't have to perform a barbell back squat or a conventional deadlift from the floor, but they should do some variation. Yes, I encourage trainees to get strong on these basic exercises and lift a challenging load in the range of 3 to 6 reps, depending on programming. I even challenge individuals to lift heavy singles, doubles, and triples if they want to lift really heavy weights safely. Furthermore, I encourage trainees to do what they enjoy, to follow a strength training regimen that keeps them motivated and excited to hit the gym or wherever they train on a consistent basis. But strength training isn't limited to just lifting a heavy barbell. There are a few valid questions we should ask. What if someone genuinely doesn't want to lift heavy? What if someone has zero interest in squatting their body weight, deadlifting a very heavy single, or bench pressing? What if someone has previous injuries or other physical limitations that prevent them from participating in heavy lifting? Or, in other words, is it mandatory to lift heavy if you just want to look awesome? The short answer is no. Lifting heavy is not mandatory to achieve awesome results. However, and I'm personally guilty of this, lifting heavy is sometimes portrayed as the best way to achieve your health, body composition, and performance goals. If you're not lifting heavy, then you're doing it all wrong, or so it seems. I have friends and clients who don't engage in heavy lifting via barbell exercises because they don't have access to such equipment. They train at home or travel frequently. Some people have previous or existing injuries that make heavy barbell exercises impractical or even dangerous. Others genuinely just don't like it. But these individuals can and do train hard, build a stronger, leaner, and healthier body in the absence of traditional heavy barbell exercises. And if they so desire, they can increase their strength via advanced bodyweight exercises. Side note, the discussion of getting crazy strong with only bodyweight exercises is beyond the scope of this article, but I'll discuss it more in the very near future. For now, just know you can get very strong with bodyweight exercises like dips, chins, front levels, pistols, handstand push-ups, and various other movements. Back to the topic at hand. You don't have to engage in heavy lifting if your sole concern and goal is to look better and improve your health. I apologize if, through my articles, I've made it seem as if heavy weightlifting is the holy grail to building an awesome body, and that if you don't do it too, you won't get results, because that just ain't true. Yes, heavy weightlifting with an emphasis on the basic barbell exercises is very effective, but it's not the only way to achieve phenomenal results. My recent example. I love lifting heavy. I love seeing how much weight I can pull, squat, and press. For example, just a few weeks ago, I set a big all-time personal record and squatted 1.5 times my body weight. I was ecstatic to finally achieve that goal. However, once I finally squatted 1.5 times my body weight, my desire to squat heavy quickly waned. Heck, my desire to perform a barbell squat in any capacity took a nosedive. This confession may be a shock to the readers of my blog. I don't always enjoy lifting heavy. Occasionally, I have zero desire or motivation to put a heavy barbell on my back or pull one off the ground. Furthermore, I've been experiencing some nagging injuries lately that make lifting a heavy barbell problematic. Recently, to keep my enthusiasm for training elevated and to help my injuries heal, I started to play around with body weight only workouts. I traded in my barbell for a chin-up bar, parallel bars, a jungle gym, and the great outdoors for sprinting and outdoor training. With this new endeavor, I'm currently working my way towards handstand push-ups and other bodyweight exercises, and I'm having a blast in the process. Even though I'm not currently lifting heavy as described at the beginning of this article, I'm still training hard, and I look and feel as awesome as ever, in my opinion at least. I'm by no means abandoning heavy lifting, but for now, I'm taking a detour. The bottom line. If you want to look absolutely awesome, you don't have to train with barbells. You don't have to lift very heavy weights. Whether you don't have the equipment to do so, you have nagging injuries or other physical limitations, you want a completely new challenge, or you just don't like it, lifting heavy is not mandatory. You should engage in some form of resistance training or some challenging physical activity that keeps you motivated, fits your lifestyle and personality and your physical abilities, and leads you toward your goals. But how you go about that is entirely up to you. Your training could be via bodyweight workouts, training with kettlebells, free weights, strongman equipment, sandbags, resistance bands, yoga, mountain biking, sprinting, metabolic circuits, rock climbing, medicine balls, and any combination of those tools you choose. After all, if you don't enjoy the journey, you're not going to get the results you're after and maintain them long term. Do what makes you happy and keeps you going back for more. You just listened to the post titled, "What If I Don't Want to or Can't Lift Heavy?" by Nia Shanks of niashanks.com. I agree with Nia in that lifting heavy really gives you the most bang for your buck, but by no means is this necessary to get the body you want or to get into the shape you want. I too fell into the trap of trying to lift my heaviest, and that's when I injured my back momentarily. I was out for 2 weeks. It wasn't anything major, but I was trying to deadlift a really heavy weight one time. I bent down with perfect form. I was in the right position. My hands were perfect. I gripped the bar and tried to jerk up, but the weight was just too darn heavy and my body wasn't ready for it. As soon as I tried to jerk that weight up, I felt a sharp, shooting pain in the left side of my back. It took my breath away. I started seeing stars. I felt like I needed to lie down. Every position hurt. I panicked. I thought, how am I going to walk out of this gym? Everybody's going to see me crawling on the floor and think what a doofus I was. Luckily, the shock of the shooting pain did subside for a little bit, but I was miserable the rest of the day for sure. In fact, I required a pain injection to that site just to be able to sleep that night. And so I get it if folks don't want to lift heavy. They never want to have that happen to them. And in fact, I told myself after that incident that I'm never going to lift that heavy ever again. And I've kind of stuck to that. Remember, Nia mentioned that lifting heavy is a relative term. Personally, I no longer shoot for 1 rep maxes. It's just too dangerous for me. It makes me nervous to think about it because I never want to have to experience that pain ever again. So for me, lifting heavy is maybe 5 reps. If I can lift a weight 5 times safely, that's probably going to still be a pretty heavy weight. And I'm okay with that because you know what? I will live to get back in the gym the next day. I won't have to take 2 weeks off because my back is killing me. So as I always say on this show, find exercises that you like, that you enjoy. I agree, incorporating some resistance training, even if it's body weight exercises, is so important just for strengthening your muscles and your bones, which is crucial as we get older. But find those exercises that make you happy, that make you feel good, that don't make you miserable the next day or for weeks afterwards. Now, before I go, come check out our other shows to hear a bunch of other blogs being narrated for you for free. Just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show to find the other 4. All right, that'll do it for Thursday's episode. I'll be back here tomorrow for our usual Friday Q&A, which actually will touch a little bit on what we were discussing today as well. So definitely come back for that, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.